third. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team.
Yeah,
that Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Oh, that was bad. Oh.
Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
That was bad. Dang it.
On first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check. Check 26, check 26. 36.
Breeze now. Gets us out to Saquon Barkley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up there? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown. Todd Gurley, 53 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So the NFC with our first touchdown of the game, and of course we'll probably see some offense in this one. I don't know though that we'll see what we saw in 2013 when the NFC posted 62 points.
You talk about pyrotechnics, that was crazy even for a Pro Bowl. 62 points. I think you wore out your voice in that one about all the touchdowns that were scored.
I would love to see 63 or more, though, I got to tell you. All about offense in this thing.
Pro Bowl offense.
Where somebody gets his chest.
The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. Well, we can continue to talk Pro Bowl as we go along, but let's talk a little Super Bowl. Super Bowl 53,
the best
1 week from
here.
today over in Atlanta, New England taking on the Rams. Time for your Super Bowl prediction, CD. What do you think?
Well, everyone thinks defense when they think the New England Patriots, but in the time that they've had their head coach and their quarterback, Tom Brady.
He's a good player, then I'm dead.
What? They're the #1 offensive team in the NFL. And you know the Rams are high flyers as well. So that tells me that this Super Bowl...
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And he will score. It's a touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen.
Yeah, that was
loving the fact that he got
cool.
in without having to run very far.
Okay, how in the world
did
not see?
And it's now 14-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The AFC offense making their way back out. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And at the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're not coming here.
How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one good for 37 yards. The AFC with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The AFC with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Yeah, he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Mahomes going to throw. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground.
I'm dead.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, it's Connor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5
so
here,
dumb.
brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put down
if he comes back here, I'm
the
going to sear
offensive
him.
guys, what do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the...
He's so dumb.
A flip to the
He's
kicker.
not even
He's going
good.
to try to run for it. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. They pass up the 3. It comes up big time with a goal line stand.
Oh, shoot.
Breeze in the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 from back
Bro, I'm
at
so
their own
toxic.
10-yard line.
Break it down. We go 21, 21. Check, check 43. Check, lucky. Ready, check.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, partner, let's talk Super Bowl. We have to. Before the year, by the way, we made predictions for the Super Bowl. You got one of the teams right. You had Kansas City and New Orleans, but you had the Saints winning. I also had the Saints there, but losing to New England. Well, now we get a chance to rectify things. So who's going to win the big game, partner?
Well, I think San Francisco wins.
So bad.
35-34. MVP, usually a quarterback. But in this case, we're going to have an upset. Middle linebacker Fred Warner is going to have 13 tackles and an interception return for a touchdown and be the upset MVP winner over Jimmy Garoppolo, because in the Super Bowl, if the quarterback does anything, he wins the award. But this time, the defense, which got them there, is going to take charge, and Fred Warner walks away. Super Bowl MVP, 49ers Super Bowl champions.
You went above and beyond with great specifics there. I'll be a little bit more general. I'll just say that the Chiefs are going to win by a touchdown, and yes, I'll go with the MVP being number 15, Patrick Mahomes.
And if you're not really rooting in this
That's
game,
my first time, though.
how great a matchup
Oh,
is
it's
this?
fantastic. Going to be a ton of fun. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 10 more there and another first down.
What?
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. They give it off here to the tight end. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. 3rd down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They're running.
Hold on, guys. Dude, I was doing so good. Oh, I ranked up because of that.
With Gurley. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover